Welcome back to Pandora Hearts Anime Review Part 4. This time I'm reviewing the fourth arc of the anime, the Lead Wing arc, which is adapted into 3 episodes of the anime. Yes, only 3 this time. Not 6, not 4, 3. And the next 2 arcs are pretty much like this too. Yes, this covers in the anime episodes 17 and 18 and covers chapters in the manga 24 28. Yes, a 5-chapter arc adapted 3 episodes. That's fine. I have no problem with that. Pretty much this is what happens in this arc. Basically, of Oscar getting a letter from Alda, Oz's adorable little sister, who's basically 10 years older, by the way. Yeah, she makes a return in this series. First time since episode 2. Actually, no, I think last appearance was back in episode 1. Yeah, so it's been a while. Yep, where she apparently is attending this school called the Lutwidge Academy. We can do some new characters, and plus Jack makes an appearance in this arc too. So basically, Oscar, Oz, Gilbert, and even Alice dress up as students at the academy. Though Alice looks more like the male, apparently the uniforms are, get this, the female uniforms look very similar to the female uniforms I saw from the Dragon Academy series. As for in the case of the male students, they look like white tuxedos. Yeah, that's what they look like in here. And this is what Oscar wears the whole entire arc. This wears normal clothes that you normally see him wear. He wears his uniform for pretty much the whole arc. They go there via carriage, and the only reason they're there is because, well, Oz wants to see his sister again, first time in 10 years, because, well, from her it's been 10 years. And apparently she actually likes somebody. Oscar likes to find out who the heck it is, so they all sneak into the school. And, well, they get on there perfectly fine. Of course, then they run into, I guess we get separated where Alice goes off with Oz and Gilbert goes off with Oscar. And eventually, and then here's the thing. It's Oscar who runs into Alda first. And boy, wow. It's like, she has definitely grown up. She's 18 and she's smoking hot. I would say, but look at here. I thought I was seeing the princess from Dragon Academy because it's a very similar design. Well, from this particular appearance, at least it's not exactly having bad things happen to her clothes. Bad thing happened to her in this arc. I'll get to that in a minute. And the reuniting with her big brother is so happy and very joyous. Yeah, she's very happy to see him, and she basically gives him a hug. Like, at first she's she had not seen him in 10 years and realized that he looks exactly the same as he was. And pretty much she reunites them, and even though he is the big brother, even though that, well, he doesn't treat her like a little girl, like he did before. He treats her with good amount of respect, though he does basically offer his hand like he normally does. And apparently she has no problem with that. They go off and they go to the library they also investigate a particular sheet of music. And of course we get introduced, and they go to the library to find, he hears music similar to the one in his watch. And he, okay, the music is similar to that, played by Elliot and Leo. Yeah, they get introduced the very next episode. And Elliot is a jerk. Yeah, apparently we also see that Oz is a big fan of this Night series that he did not know that actually continued as far as it did. And really, he's a fan of the character Edgar. And apparently the guy says to spoil his death. Yeah, in fact, he dies, saving his master's life. That could pretty much explain how Oz acts the way he does. They argue, of course, Oz doesn't tell him who he is. And heck, even when Elda sees, who's she to you? He doesn't answer at all. Unknown why he just doesn't. It's particularly very odd. It's like he doesn't get a chance to. And then, of course, they run up. And of course, he gets mad. And of course, calls him an idiot. Ella catches up with him, and then they're kidnapped by the Baskervilles. Yep, they show up in the school. They kidnap and take it to a secret passage because Baskervilles. Why the heck not? And then, of course, well, Elliot walks by and he sees this adorable cats. And they're pawing at this wall. He's like, why are you pawing at this wall for? Just a normal wall. And Leo, not being an idiot, notices that it's a secret passage. Presses a set of candles to the wall. Poof, wall opens. They go down and they overhear the conversation. Of course, also we have it's where Elda gets poisoned in a very unusual way. It's not like she drinks it. No, it's like the Lottie. That's the leader. That's the female leader of this group of Baskervilles. She sort of kisses her and basically dumps the poison. It basically puts it in her mouth and then dumps it in Alda's mouth, basically poisoning her. So yeah, we kind of sort of have a lesbian kiss in this series, which is kind of odd. And nobody brings this up. And of course, the Ento's sitting right on top of there. And of course, they're talking for a while. And then, of course, Elliot comes in. Of course, he proclaims that he's Elliot Knight Ray, heir to the Knight Ray house. And of course, Oscar doesn't realize, though, he's possibly related to Gilbert. Nope, he does not mention that at all. He says, hey, are you by any chance related to Gilbert? He doesn't say that at all. Nope. And of course, they have shows off Elliot's awesome swordsman skills, where he's a very good swordsman using a black sword. And he basically is able to hold up the basket. He knows who the baskets are pretty easily. Yeah, he's not stupid. He knows who they are, so he fights them. And then, of course, she summons like a chain, basically a lion. Oz is like kind of trying to contact Jack. Of course, she wants to contact Jack as well. And then Jack does show up, summons Alice in her rabbit form right to this room. How they got those so quickly, of course, Gilbert basically acts a little weird. The funny thing with Gilbert is that he's off with Alice, hiding, and Alice goes off and basically tries to get away. Then she smells food, smells meat. Meat. She runs away and gets the meat and turns up and joins up with the barbecue club, just eating the food. Gilbert, of course, is surrounded by a bunch of gorgeous women. Why not? I'm sure a lot of women probably find him handsome and cool. Then the other stuff happens, and of course, Alice turns into, well, the bee rabbit. And of course, Lottie is basically shocked by this. And then we see a flashback where apparently Lottie implied she was. Also, they had this weird thing prior to them showing up where Lottie had Oz's face in her chest. It's like, tell Big Sis all your secrets. Okay. Yeah, is she into Oz? Yeah. And no, this is not a hentai series. It's just somewhat of a dark series, but that is particularly very odd. Usually you see stuff like this in a hentai, not in a normal, regular series like this. And of course, we kind of see what the Glenn Baskerville looks like. He looks like a guy with black hair, very tall, looks somewhat handsome. And apparently it's revealed that the family that Oz is from, it was apparently a minor house. It was wealthy, but not that wealthy. And apparently Glenn gave the order to apparently massacre everybody in this cast, despite the fact this is the capital of all nobles. For some reason, it's not explained why. And apparently Lottie was there to witness this. Yes. And apparently she does remember Jack. Now, I know exactly how old Lottie is. It could be that she went to the abyss and come back. It's possible she may have done that. Yeah. That could explain how she remembers Jack very well, and the fact she looks exactly the same as she does in the flashback and present day. It's distinctly possible she's over 100 years old and nobody brings it up. And of course, after they take care of after the flashback's over with, they get and of course Jack explains everything, and of course Jack is somewhat exhausted, and Oz takes back his body, and of course, well, Oz takes the antidote, gives it to Alda, and then she's pretty much spends the rest of the last episode just being unconscious, being carried by either Elliot or Leo, not by Oz, surprisingly, despite the fact this is his sister. No, he doesn't carry her at all. It's just all Leo and Elliot. And of course, well, he says he has some questions for him. And we probably have to wait till the next episode to basically get this. I know this is kind of short, basically, for an arc-verse series. It's not exactly the first time I've seen a first series where an arc, where it's not exactly associated with case closed, where an arc is simply put just three episode arc, which doesn't continue the next one. I think the Lutwidge stuff is actually good. This arc is more basically set up for the very next arc. This is basically set up like character development, the return of Alda, which I thought was a really good idea. Though in the manga, they probably had the weight. I'm not sure people who read the manga Probably had to wait like 23 chapters for her to probably almost 2 years for her to return. In the anime, not very long. They waited probably about 16 episodes for return. They mention she's fine prior to this, but don't show exactly what happened to her. And of course, here she's basically happy. Of course, they don't exactly find out who she likes, anyways. Not at this point, anyways, but probably find out next episode. So yeah, that's it for this particular review. I have a few reviews coming today. Next one's gonna be Case Closed. So I'm gonna do that after I watch the newest episode of the anime. And then pretty much the rest of the day, all Pandora Hearts. And I did look up, apparently for the manga I normally read, like One Piece, Black Clover, and My Hero Academia, no chapters released this week. Nope, none. I hope soon we get a chance. And of course, apparently everything's been delayed by a week. Yeah, this is normal August stuff, but yeah, it comes completely out of the blue like this, where I keep looking up like, where's this new chapter? It's like, nope, gonna take a week off in August. Yeah, and my guess is One Piece basically comes back for this 1 week break. We'll take another break after the release of the next chapter. That's probably what's gonna happen. Did the same thing last year, so why not the same thing this year? Yep. So yeah, that's it for this particular review. Stay tuned for my review in this episode Case Code soon. Okay, see you there. Bye bye.